Here are 6 tips for you to find the right customer for your business. First tip, define the customer's persona. What do I mean by define the customer's persona? It's absolutely essential as a business owner, you are able to determine who is the right customer for your business. This is where you need to do an exercise where you list out the factors of their demographic profile as well as their psychographic profile. Now, what do I mean by this? The demographic profile is typically parameters like age, gender, occupation or profession, income, location, financial status. And the psychographic profile is typically describing traits such as their values, their interests, their hobbies, their behaviors, their personality. Because when you define this, you know exactly whether this kind of a person will invest their money in your products or services or not, and do they need your products or services or not. So the first step of attracting the right customers is to make sure that you determine the customer's persona. The second step to get the right customers, once you determine the customer's persona, is to decode the needs, desires, and problems of that target customer. This is where you need to break down what does that customer need from an intrinsic as well as from an extrinsic point of view. What does the customer desire for when it comes to the context of your products or your services? What is the problem your customer is looking at solving for which they will be willing to buy your products or services? Now, it's very important that you actually list down the needs, desires, and problems of your target customer so you know exactly what will resonate with the pulse of that customer and what will attract them to buy your product or service. Which brings me to the third important tip for you to attract the right customer. Once you've determined the customer's persona and then you've decoded the customer's needs, desires, and problems, then it's important that you develop products or services which are going to solve those problems or fulfill those needs and desires. If you are offering something that will not solve a problem or not fulfill a need or a desire, then nobody will buy it. In fact, the science of making money is simple in business. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the need you fulfill, the bigger the desire you fulfill, the bigger the money you make. If you're not solving a significant need, desire, problem through your products or services, then you're selling something that is irrelevant. No matter how passionate you are about it, people will not spend money on it or buy it. So develop products or services that are relevant to the needs, desires, and problems. Only then you can attract the right customers. Which brings me to the fourth tip to find the right customers. So let's take it from the top. Step 1, you determine the customer's persona. Step 2, you decode their needs, desires, problems. Step 3, you develop products or services which solve those needs, desires, problems. Step 4 is to design marketing strategies which will grab the attention of your target customer, establish credibility in their mind about you, your business, your products or services, add value to them and engage them and build that curiosity in their mind so that they inquire for your products or services. If you're not going to have a marketing strategy, you will not be able to attract the right customer. So you need to ask yourself, what will grab the attention of my target audience? What will add value to them? What will establish credibility for my product or service in their mind? What will get them to ask for that product or service and generate an inquiry for my business? Designing the right marketing strategies or the relevant marketing strategies is an important element for you to find the right customers for your business. Which brings me to the fifth step. In the fourth step, you define and design the right marketing strategy which will bring you the inquiry. In the fifth step, it's important that you've designed a sales process with specific steps, specific scripts, specific support materials which will make the buying process for the customer effortless and easy. If you do not design a proper structured sales process, then you end up doing sales by default, where it's your personal brilliance, your knowledge about the product or service, or your personal conviction that sells the product. But that is not scalable. If you want to identify the right customers and not be the only salesperson on your team, then it's important that you define a sales process where you break down the steps, the scripts of what to say, what not to say. You develop support materials like reports, assessments, samples, brochures, catalogs, which will make the customer's buying process a lot more simpler and effortless. Once you do that, then you go to the sixth tip to find the right customers. as you have determined the customer's persona, decoded their needs, desires, problems, developed products or services that solve those needs, desires, and problems, designed your marketing strategies, defined your sales process, the sixth tip for you to follow to attract the right customer for your business is to do marketing and sales consistently. This is where most businesses fail. Most business owners get busy in managing customers and servicing clients, but they do not make sure that marketing and sales is happening consistently. If you're not going to be marketing and selling consistently, you will not be attracting the right customer consistently. So the sixth step is getting down to doing it, because everything that you've done in the first 5 steps is pure preparation. It's the sixth step that actually gives you the result of finding the right customers for your business. Now, if you found these 6 tips useful for you to attract the right customers, then I invite you to continue the learning journey with me. I invite you to spend 2.5 hours with me at my business success workshop, where I break down for you 4 types of businesses: owner-driven businesses, team-driven businesses, money-driven businesses, and finally system-driven businesses. And I teach you how do you build a system-driven business so that the business can grow without you. If you are someone who has an aspiration to build a scalable, profitable business, then I invite you to click on the link right now and register yourself for my upcoming business success workshop. Those 2.5 hours have transformed the lives and businesses of tens of thousands of entrepreneurs. Your investment is just 99 rupees and the 2.5 hours, and in return, you get an entire toolkit of what it takes to build a scalable, profitable business which is driven on systems, not on people, money, or on the owner. So what are you waiting for? Click right now, continue the learning journey.